Hi, this is Karen Gaines, your nonprofit finance guide. And today I am going to talk about how my mom got out of credit card debt. Okay? So, my mom recently got out of credit card debt and she actually requested that I do a video about it, which I'm happy to do. I do understand that this is not my typical finance related video, but I do believe that the principles my mom used to get out of debt can be applied to your organization. Okay? So, first and foremost, I want to say that I'm very proud of my mom for getting out of debt, for just working very hard to, get herself out of that situation. I'm very happy for her. All right. So, this all started about a year ago. About a year ago, my mom came to me and she said she essentially, wanted my help um, fixing her finances. She expressed to me that she needed help and, she wanted to become financially stable for 2024. And that included getting out of debt. In fact, that was like her number one goal. She said she really wanted to get out of all her credit card debt, all the loans she had. She wanted to really start digging herself out of that situation. So the first thing we did, using Monarch Money, I reviewed all of her transactions. I reviewed all of her expenses, all the income she had coming in, all of her credit cards, just everything. Okay. Now, in doing that, I actually, just listed out all of her transactions. I kind of made a profit and loss for her. And I also listed out all of her credit card debt and loans. And when I listed all of that out and showed it to her in black and white, she was actually surprised at how many credit card loans she had. She was surprised at the amount of debt that she had. I think she was a little overwhelmed, but she committed to it and she said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, get out of credit card debt. Okay. So once we had laid out everything and we knew what we were working with, we put together a game plan to pay off her debt. All right. And so this included cutting some unnecessary expenses. And that means, changing or unsubscribing to memberships so that her membership line item was not so much, eating out less, traveling less, doing paid projects outside of her normal course of business, and also showing up to weekly finance meetings. Now, we didn't just cut everything, okay? I do believe in having, some extra cash to do some fun things, but we definitely decreased quite a few expenses. And my mom, she was willing to work outside of her regular 9 to 5 job. All right. So I would say out of everything we implemented in her game plan, I would say the most important item in the game plan was showing up to the weekly finance meetings, showing up consistently to the meetings. Okay. And the reason I say that is because it's where you stay plugged in, is where you remain accountable. And it's also a place where you can discuss, any mistakes or mishaps that you had. And also celebrate successes that you have as well. All right. So I think, again, out of all of those steps we took, it was showing up consistently to the finance meetings. And in fact, we actually, like this year, we have not missed one meeting. Like she was that determined, okay, in that she showed up to every meeting, even out of town, okay. So when we implemented all of these items, my mom was able to start paying off her debt, and one by one, she began to do it. And we started off with the small credit cards first. We, started off with, the quick wins, quick successes, and we just built from there. There was nothing really like huge or big or magical that happened. It was just a game plan was implemented, and little by little, that game plan was implemented, and little by little, she began paying off her credit card loans, and she just stayed consistent at it. Okay, and again, were there mess ups? Were there slip ups? Yes, yeah, she did, but that's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay if you make a mistake. The key is to keep going when you've made a mistake. The key is to just keep moving forward when you have made a mistake. It's really hard to do something perfect, just 100% perfect. That's a very hard thing to do. All right. So I had actually, whenever we put together a game plan, I actually had my mom scheduled to pay off all of her credit card debt in early 2025, but she actually ended up paying it off early. She paid it off in November of this year, November 2024, several months ahead of time. Okay, so which we were all just like super excited about. Okay, now, how was she able to do this? How was she able to pay off her credit card loans and pay them off early, I might add? Okay. So, the first thing was that she got clear on what she wanted. She wanted to get out of credit card debt, and, that was her focus, that was her desire, and that was the first step. All right. The next thing she did, she knew that she couldn't do it alone. And so she asked for help. And so she sought me out. She asked for help, in which, of course, my mom, I gave it to her. All right. And then after that, we created a game plan for her to reach that goal. And then once we created that game plan, we focused. She really focused on that goal. And she actually, after we came up with the plan, she actually, started coming up with different ways on how she could pay her credit cards off early. All right. And really just once, we made that game plan and she focused on her goal, she just took small, consistent steps to attain her goal. And that's what it's about. It's, creating that game plan and just taking consistent steps until you reach your goal. And really, to this day, even though she's out of credit card debt, to this day, we still meet on a weekly basis, because she understands that if she wants to remain financially stable, she needs to stay plugged in, and we need to continue to meet consistently. All right. So, I do believe that you can apply these same principles to your organization. All right. And you may not have debt like my mom had, but maybe there are other goals that you want to achieve. Maybe, you have other visions in mind. You may want to achieve a certain funding level for the year, or maybe you want to serve a number of people in your nonprofit. Another goal could be having a certain number of grants that is awarded to you, or having a certain amount of money in your reserve account, or just overall achieve financial stability in your nonprofit. Whatever the goal is, whatever you are trying to attain, you can take those same steps my mom took. And that is, number one, getting clear on what it is you want, asking for help, and receiving help if applicable. Because I do understand that, in certain certain scenarios, you may not need someone else's help. And if that's the case, that means, you just skip to the next step, which is creating a game plan. All right. Again, if you're not able to do this on your own, seek out help to do so. But create a plan to reach your goal, and then you want to focus on your goal and be consistent with your game plan. All right. So let me know what you all think about this video. Thank you for watching. If you are watching via YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching again, and have a great day.